Lost the mind telling me to think about everything. Last time I believed, and now I realize you make me sick. But I love one for years, oh yeah. You make me sick, and I can't breathe anymore.
So Leopold, what do you want to do today?
I'm thinking we should go to Morthal, since I heard quite a disturbing rumor about how this burned down house has some sort of an unnerving mystery to it. Should we check it out, Taki Minase?
Yeah, I think we should, Leopold. Also, remember we have to find out who this person is that is waiting to hear from us in Morthal at the local tavern that Hell Knight Ingrid told us about?
Yeah, I remember Taki Minase. That's one of the main reasons why we are heading to Morthal in the first place.
Yep, that's right, buddy.
Yeah, exactly, Taki Minase, my good friend. Anyway, Taki Minase, we have to head out right now to find out what is going on in Morthal.
Yep, that's right, my good man Leopold Slikk.
Taki Minase, we need to go to Morthal now. I'm outside.
I'm outside too, buddy.
Where?
Right here, Leopold.
Okay. I thought I lost you for a second, Taki.
No, you're good, buddy. Don't worry, Leopold. I won't wander off without you in sight, since we need to stick together as best friends in the world of Tamriel.
I heavily agree, my good friend Taki Minase. As best friends, we need to stick together and not let the challenges overcome us. We have to learn how to provide ourselves with comfort, knowing our lives are still together, knowing we have each other's backs in our times of need.
Thanks, Leopold, my good friend. You are one of the most kind people I have ever met, alongside my girlfriend Imari. I don't know where Imari is as of yet, or if the both of us will ever find out where she is, and the truth on why we have been sent here to the world of Tamriel in the first place. I don't know what I would do without the both of you, even though Imari is nowhere to be seen at the moment, but at least I have you by my side to help me overcome everything that is going on in my life. I really appreciate it a lot, dude.
You're most welcome, my good friend Taki Minase. You need someone in your life to help you, and I got your back in your time of need.
You're an amazing friend, Leopold. You really are, buddy.
Anyway, Taki Minase, we have to head out to Morthal to solve the mystery that is going on at the moment. Come on, follow me, Taki Minase.
Don't worry, Leopold. I'm right behind you, buddy.
Roger that, Taki Minase.
Speaking of Morthal in general, I heard that one of the members from the misunderstood Speakonia group is in Morthal. She's there because she fled the town that she was originally in, which was in fact Windhelm. She fled the town because some racist and degenerate scumbags tried falsely accusing her of doing messed up things to children, when in reality, she did not do those types of things. The reason she was falsely accused of doing that is because some disgusting studio made an absolutely vile animation of her doing that, which when she heard and saw the townspeople falsely accusing her of doing the things that she did not do, in reality, she brutally killed them out of disgust and particular hatred, to quote that one Ipparit song.
My God! That absolutely is disgusting to treat an innocent woman like that, all because of what these ignorant and scummy people saw that spread false information about her that she didn't do. Those people deserve to get killed by her. These people obviously had karma coming their way after falsely accusing her of things that she didn't do.
I absolutely agree with you, Leopold. To treat someone like that is vile and horrible to the extreme. This is a prime example on how it comes to show that the biggest lies and false slander can really have a disturbing impact on someone's mental health.
I absolutely agree, Taki Minase. It truly shows how people can destroy someone's life over false accusations that they didn't do. The good thing is, there are cases where the victims of false accusations have proven their harassers wrong. Anyway, Taki Minase, we have to go to Morthal. We can talk more about this when we get there.
Got it, buddy.
Anyway, I'm paying for the ride now, Taki Minase.
That's good, Leopold, my good friend.
Alright, I paid for the ride, Taki Minase. Now let's go to see what we can find out.
Okay, buddy. Wait, are you okay, Leopold? You don't look too well and too shabby.
As a matter of fact, Taki Minase, I do feel a little nauseous. I need to rest until we get there.
I know when you're sleeping. I know the things you're dreaming.
Taki Minase. I just had the worst dream. There was Raika Kitami chasing me. And before that, there was static. And the red screen of death from the old PlayStation 2 days.
That's horrible, Leopold. This must be a sign that something really unsettling is about to happen, and it doesn't look good.
I don't blame you for thinking about that, Taki. By the way, Taki, I'm going to see what is going on at the town hall right now.
That's fine, Leopold. I'll just wait over here if you need anything, okay, buddy?
Yeah, that's okay, Taki Minase, my good friend. Okay, what's going on down here? Is the town losing their marbles? Jesus Christ, not the damn Stormcloaks! I hate Ulfric Stormcloak with every fiber of my being due to him being allies with Caillou the racist terrorist Lolicon. It used to make sense until Ulfric had to ruin it for everyone else!
Yeah, the guy is a scumbag 100% Leopold.
Hachishaku-sama, is that you? I assume you are the one my good friend Taki Minase was talking about, right? I know how horribly people treated you. And I am deeply sorry for what happened to you for dealing with these people's disgusting bigotry.
And not only myself was targeted by these racist and disgusting bigots, but my best friends and allies, Slenderman, Fat Albert, Little Bill, Mac Tonight, and Charlie Mange, have also been targeted by bigoted scumbags who automatically judge them because of certain people's actions. Regardless about the situation, I hope things eventually get better for me and my allies when the time comes.
Hopefully things will become better for you too, Hachishaku-sama. Nobody deserves to be treated like they are filth that walk the streets. All due to false claims they heard on the internet.
I also feel horrible for you too, Hachishaku-sama. You don't deserve to be treated this way, all due to people listening to disgusting false rumors about you and your new friend group. You guys don't deserve this horrible treatment from people, all due to how certain scummy people ruined your group's legacy.
Don't worry, Leopold and Taki. I will be okay. Eventually, time heals the greatest of wounds that are impacted by hurtful words and actions that are spoken and done by horrible people that don't have any morals whatsoever. They only want to bring you down and make you lose. But I won't let these nasty people ruin my image all because they saw warped images of me and my friend group. And this is a lesson more people should learn too. To not automatically judge a book by its cover.
I don't blame you, Hachishaku-sama. Anyway, we will see you soon. By the way, Taki Minase, are you ready to head to the inn to see what this certain person wanted to ask us about Wrath and where he went?
Yes, I am ready, Leopold, my good friend.
I don't blame you, Taki Minase. This sounds very exciting. Wait, Taki Minase. Is that who I think it is at one of the tables sitting near Toruyuge?
Yeah, I believe that's not important, right? I assume this is who Hell Knight Ingrid sent to talk to us about Wrath?
Yeah, it's me, Leopold Slikk, and Taki Minase. Also, you two take a seat with me, because I found out something about Wrath recently. And I will tell you guys where to find him. Okay, you two. The reason Hell Knight Ingrid sent me here to talk to you guys about Wrath is because, as it turns out, Hell Knight Ingrid, alongside myself, has found some information regarding where Wrath is at the moment. Currently, there have been reports going around that Wrath has been sighted near this abandoned house, near a boat and a lake, which the citizens reported to me personally that Wrath's weapon of choice seems to have an unfamiliar energy from a distant land. And not only that, but when the citizens approached Wrath, Wrath spoke to them personally, in which he stated that he in fact didn't know where he was, because one moment he was at a local gun shooting range alongside Jen, Urkelbot 666, and Air Inn, where he was shooting targets with them. And the next moment, he got transported into Skyrim, in which he is wondering if he's in a simulation similar to Neo from the Matrix.
Wow, that's honestly crazy not important. I honestly didn't even expect something like that to happen to Wrath. That is wild.
Yeah, I know, right, Leopold? It really is very interesting to hear from Not Important.
Yeah, I bet you might find it really interesting, Leopold Slikk and Taki Minase. Anyway, I'm very happy to see that the both of you are doing well regardless of everything that is going on at the moment. I really appreciate to hear from you too. And so does Hell Knight Ingrid. By the way, the both of you are welcome to talk to me anytime if you want to talk and advice on things. Besides Taki Minase and Leopold Slikk, I have changed my ways for the better, and I learned from my consequences during the battlefield, and how it affected myself during my life returning to my hometown, which I highly regret killing people in my hometown, because they literally thought I was a war criminal, and they accused me of doing war crimes while my military group were stationed in Afghanistan. They honestly didn't know what myself and others have experienced in the war. I tried to tell people it wasn't my fault. The real villains were in fact my military commanders who gave us the orders, in which me and my military group didn't even know we not only had to kill innocent civilians, but to also kill child soldiers that were trained by terrorist organizations, which broke my and my military group's hearts in two. Children obviously don't need to be taught things that can warp their mind and make them into monsters. Because people, especially children, start out completely innocent. Children who don't know anything about the world around us. But they had to be corrupted by people that had a terrible influence on them. Children in general don't need to have horrible influences in their lives. Which the thought of that happening makes me sick to my stomach, and it heavily disturbs me just thinking about it.
My God! That's horrible. Not important. Myself and Taki Minase are mortified by what you had to experience during the war, and how you and your military group saw some disturbing shit you guys didn't need to witness.
Jesus Christ! I'm so sorry you had to deal with this whole thing. Not important. If I had the Tanakh Bible right now, I would pray for you to get better, man. Which, if you aren't aware as to what the Tanakh Bible is, it is a part of my religion if you aren't aware. I am Jewish, which other people shouldn't hate on certain ethnicities and nationalities, all because of what certain people did. Which is not okay to automatically judge someone because of what certain people did to ruin others' reputations.
I heavily agree, Taki Minase. People shouldn't do that to someone, because you never know what they are like in real life. As the saying goes, you cannot judge a book by its cover. Anyway, Taki Minase, we have to go solve the whole mystery behind the house that burned down.
I heavily agree with you, Leopold, my good friend. Anyway, Leopold, do you want to talk for a second, buddy?
Yeah, sure, Taki Minase, my good friend. What's up? Wait, is that our good friend Toru Yuge over in the corner right behind you, Taki Minase?
Yeah, I believe that is him, Leopold Slikk. At first I thought he was either Walter White from Breaking Bad, or that one obscure WWE wrestler named 8-Ball that was from the 90s at the time.
As a matter of fact, I thought so too, Taki Minase. But anyway, what did you want to talk about with me, Taki? Did something come up while you were in the other parts of the inn here?
As a matter of fact, Leopold, my good friend, I do have something to tell you. Do you remember that dream you had when we first came here to Morthal that involved Reika Katami recently?
Yeah, I remember, Taki Minase. Why do you ask, my good buddy?
Well, I wanted to say to you that how similar to how you felt a little nauseous during the cart ride to here in Morthal. As a matter of fact, I also feel somewhat queasy and kooky to say the least.
Aw, crap. That must suck, Taki Minase. I feel horrible for you, man. By the way, you can take a rest in one of the beds in the inn here, so we can reflect on what we are going through right now, and you can feel better after you rest. And then we will talk afterwards, buddy.
I heavily agree, my good friend Leopold. I should indeed have a good night's rest tonight. Also, Leopold, could you rent us our rooms for tonight to make sure people don't think we are stealing? Which we would never do such a thing, since we are very honest and very respectable people.
Don't worry, Taki Minase. I got us covered. Don't you worry, my good friend.
Anyway, Leopold, my good friend, I am going to find a room to sleep in so I can rest for tonight.
Alright, that's fine with me. Taki Minase, my good friend, you have a very good night, buddy.
You too, Leopold.
By the way, I would like to get 2 rooms for tonight for my friend Taki Minase and myself, please.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thanks so much, I really appreciate it. Anyway, I have to go to bed for tonight. See you tomorrow morning, Taki Minase.
I'll see you tomorrow as well, my good buddy Leopold Slikk.
You too, buddy.
Anyway, Leopold Slikk, my good friend. You have a good night's rest and don't let the bedbugs bite.
Welcome to Windows XP.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That was a horrible nightmare. First, I was dreaming about how myself and Taki Minase booted up the Windows XP tour on the Windows XP computer we had during our friendship and years in the Bible Black Academy, getting a blue screen of death, which somehow Reika Kitami was in fact the one who took control of the computer that caused it to have that blue screen of death. Craziest part about that is that some of the blue screen of death's error information told myself and you to get into contact with our good friend Toru Yuge, which he is allied with the anti-Lolicon bunch, which I'm honestly not surprised, since he is probably one of the most purest characters in Bible Black that never acts horrible towards others, and acts in a respective manner towards everyone. Not only that, he is also a very good detective when it comes to these types of things.
Wait, Leopold. I know what you're talking about. I had the same dream too!
Wait, really, Taki Minase? That's insane and a very unnerving coincidence to say the least!
Yeah, I have to say so, Leopold Slikk. I am thinking that as well. Not gonna lie.
Also, Taki, I have to talk to the innkeeper about the whole incident about that house that burnt down recently.
Okay, Leopold.
Yeah, about Hrogar's house that burnt down.
It burned down not too long ago. It's a real pity about his wife and kid. The screams woke half the town. Most folk won't go near it now for fear it's cursed.
Jesus Christ, that's terrible!
Yeah, that is honestly awful. I have to say, I'm very saddened what happened to our world in recent times. And as a matter of fact, if I had my Israeli flag to wipe my tears with alongside Barack Obama wiping his tears with his American flag, we would do it right now, especially on very sad situations like this.
Yeah, I fully agree with you, Taki Minase. It is very sad to hear about the state of our country at the moment.
See, he's living with Alva now.
Wait, Taki Minase. I'm personally thinking Alva had to do with the whole situation regarding Hrogar's house fire that killed his wife and child.
Similar to you, Leopold. I have a gut feeling that something is not right regarding the whole situation about Hrogar's house fire. So I fully understand how you feel, Leopold.
I fully understand as well, Taki Minase, my good friend. Now let's go solve the whole mystery that is going on.
Okay, let's go, Leopold, my good buddy.
Yep, I agree, Taki Minase. Now let's go to see the Jarl about the whole issue about what is going on that had to do with the whole issue with Hrogar's house, which is honestly such a tragedy, which never deserved to happen to Hrogar and his wife and child.
Exactly, Leopold. I agree heavily. Regardless about that, let's see what is going on about Hrogar's house and what started about it.
Yeah, we should see about what is going on, which I have to talk to the Jarl about it now.
I agree heavily, Leopold.
So, Miss Jarl Ravencrone, me and my good friend Taki Minase heard about the tragic situation regarding Hrogar's house fire that happened. Can the both of us investigate it with your permission?
Well, he lost his wife and daughter in a blaze. My people believe it to be cursed now. Who am I to gainsay them?
Is there any way we can prove that he did it by any chance, Miss Jarl Ravencrone?
Hrogar blames his wife for spilling bear fat in the fire. Many folk think he set the fire himself.
Regardless, there had to be more to this than meets the eye. Myself and my good friend Taki Minase are highly skeptical about it.
Lust can make a man do the unthinkable. The ashes were still warm when he pledged himself to Alpha.
So myself and Taki Minase may have been right all along. Alva may had something to do with this.
Rumor and gossip? No, but you, a stranger, might find the truth for us. Sift through the ashes that others are too fearful to touch. See what they tell you. Should you prove him guilty or innocent, I will reward you.
Thank you, Miss Jarl Ravencrone. Myself and my good friend Taki Minase highly appreciate it a lot.
Is in your hands.
Yeah, exactly. His fate is in both me and my good friend Taki Minase's hands. We will find out more information about what happened to him.
Hi, Leopold. I have some information regarding Wrath that I wanted to share.
Wait, is that you, Vinesauce Joel? I thought Hell Knight Ingrid was going to call me about Wrath after we were done with our mission?
So about that, Leopold, Ingrid sent me as a substitute caller because she had some errands to run with Dante, Bowsette, and that Seth the Incubus guy that she's involved with occasionally.
Okay, I fully understand now, Joel.
Yep. I know you are very understanding when it comes to these types of things, Leopold. Now about Wrath. I received word that Not Important was telling you about Wrath's situation and how he ended up here in Tamriel. Also, tell Taki Minase that myself and Vinny said hi to both Taki Minase and Imari, as well as Toru Yuge.
Okay, that I will do, Joel. Thanks for telling me about this.
You're welcome, Leopold. Oh, and also Leopold, speaking of Wrath, I have also received word from Not Important that apparently Wrath has been sighted near that abandoned house near the boat and the lake like he described. But for some strange reason, people in dark robes have been spotted nearby, which I have a very bad feeling on who is summoning these dark-robed individuals, and who this might obviously be. And by the gods, Vinny is not going to be happy if he hears about who this individual might in fact be.
Oh God! I believe I know who you are talking about, Joel. You mean Reika Katami, right? For some strange reason, myself and Taki Minase keep having some really disturbing and vivid nightmares that might stem back to her for some unnerving reason. Is it maybe because she somehow teleported into Tamriel as soon as me and Taki Minase arrived?
I am not too sure, but I am worried this might be the case, because my co-host for Vinesauce named Vinny, he has seen the disturbing existence and influence of how Reika Katami corrupted the Bible Black Academy in the past, which he did not need to see or experience such things. I honestly don't blame him for being mortified about the whole subject in question. Not only that, my co-host and best friend Vinny told me that apparently someone gave him the Bible Black book as a quote-unquote gift during a live stream he did in the past. When he opened the gift that contained the unhinged book, Vinny was visibly shaken up and started screaming in response to what he saw, which we later found out that fucking Reika was in fact the one who gave the fucked up gift to Vinny during the live stream. Not only that, Leopold, but Vinny told me that when he looked on the back of the book, for some disturbing reason, somehow, Reika decided it would be a good idea to put a picture of Osama bin Laden on the back of the book, which at first I didn't even understand why Reika did that at first. Speaking of that, Vinny told me later on during the discussion about the whole debacle that happened to him. We found out that apparently Osama bin Laden had a copy of Bible Black on one of his hard drives or something like that. Both myself and Vinny later came up with a theory that somehow and completely by impossible feats, Reika got transported into the real world by some unknown force, from what Vinny was telling me. It was like some hocus-pocus type of shit, believe it or not.
Wow, Joel. I honestly didn't even know that Reika also somehow invaded the real world, similar to how she is trying to invade Tamriel with myself and Taki Minase, trying to eventually find out how she somehow transported here in Tamriel, similar to yourself and Vinny finding out how Reika invaded the real world. Was it perhaps Bonzi Buddy that possibly sent Reika out to your world by any chance, Joel?
Oh god. I don't want anything to do with that monkey fuck. If Bonzi Buddy actually was one of the causes to involve Reika invading the real world, he has another thing coming, because both Bonzi Buddy and Reika Katami doesn't mess with my friends, including you, Leopold, Taki Minase, Imari, and Toru Yuge, and many others.
Exactly, Joel. I agree with you. Nobody has to mess with our best friends like this. As humans, we don't deserve to be treated like garbage, because people who treat us like filth are obviously not good people, which they need to learn how to treat people with respect.
I honestly agree with you, Leopold, I really do. Also, I have to go since Ingrid is back from doing errands with Dante, Bowsette, and Seth the Incubus. Anyway, I'll hopefully see you later, Leopold. It was very nice to talk to you, buddy.
It was very nice to talk to you too, Joel. I'll hopefully see you later as well. So, Taki Minase, I just got a call from Vinesauce Joel, which he informed me that the most likely reason as to why Reika Kitami is somehow invading our dreams and causing us to have nightmares is because both he and his fellow Vinesauce crew member, Vinny, found out that Reika Kitami actually might be the one that is somehow connected, and not only that, both Joel and Vinny said that Reika might have somehow found out a way to transport herself to the world of Tamriel, which how in the hell is that possible? Especially since the both of us, and most likely other people that are connected to our universe, somehow entered Tamriel along with us. How freaky is that, Taki Minase?
Wow, Leopold. That is honestly unnerving and disturbing how Reika somehow invaded Tamriel. Because once I had the nightmares involving her similar to you, I had a gut feeling that something was up. Anyway, Leopold, let's go to solve the mystery about the burned down
Who's
house.
there?
Okay, Taki Minase?
Is that you, Father? Helgi, but Father says I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Are you a stranger?
No, Helgi. I am a friend that wants to find out about what happened to you and your mom.
The smoke woke me up. I was hot and I was scared, so I hid. Then it got cold and dark. I'm not scared anymore. But I'm lonely.
If
you
I
play
will,
with me?
could you tell me and my good friend Taki Minase about what happened so we can give you and your mom
Let's
peace?
play hide and seek. You find me, and I'll tell you. We have to wait for nighttime, though. The other one is playing too.
Wait, what do you mean by the other one, Helgi?
Helgi! Is the other one some sort of night creature or cave monster or something?
I can't tell you. She might hear me. She's so close. If you can find me first, I can tell you.
Alright, Helgi. Myself and my best friend Taki Minase are going to be on the case just like Taki Minase's detective friend Toru Yuge.
Yeah, that's right, Leopold Slikk, my good friend.
I agree heavily, Taki Minase.
Have you seen Leopold? Have you seen my wife?
Wait, what happened to your wife?
Yeah, Leopold. I wonder what happened to Thonir's wife. Did she disappear or something?
I wonder that too, Taki Minase.
Speaking of strange things that are happening to the both of us and the rest of Tamriel, possibly due to our and our friend's presence, we have to continue solving the mystery that is going on. Right, Leopold? Oh shit, Leopold, look out!
Don't worry, I got it, Taki.
You've only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow.
This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Wait, Taki Minase, is that an Eminem reference we made?
Yep, it is Leopold.
Anyway, we found Helgi.
Layla was trying to find me too, but I'm glad you found me first. Layla was told to burn Mommy and me, but she didn't want to. She wanted to play with me forever and ever. She kissed me on the neck, and I got so cold that the fire didn't even hurt.
She's dead.
Layla thought she could take me and keep me,
She's a
but she can't.
vampire.
I'm all burned up.
Wait, Taki Minase, so Thonir's wife was the one to attempt to dig Helgi's grave?
And Leopold, she was a vampire all this time?
She's dead. Leolette is dead.
Could you tell myself and Taki Minase about your wife before she ended up this way, Thonir?
I thought she left to join the Stormcloaks. Oh, my poor Leolette.
Did something strange happen before she turned?
I wonder that too, Taki.
She began to spend a lot of time with Alva. Yet just a week before, she despised her. In fact, the night she disappeared, she was supposed to meet Alva. Alva told me later that she never showed up. I never got to tell her goodbye.
Thonir, do you think Alva had something to do with this?
You think Alva? But that means... Ye gods! You think Alva is a vampire?
We can't ignore the possibility of that, Thonir. The both of us are very sorry for your loss, Thonir.
Wrong. You must be wrong. Leolette may have met her fate out in the marsh. I refuse to believe Alva had anything to do with this. There is no way you can prove it to the Jarl.
Regardless about that, myself and Leopold will make sure to give closure to everyone involved.
Exactly, my good friend Taki Minase. The grieving families need closure.
She's dead.
Because people who are grieving need someone to help them find out about what happened to their deceased loved ones. People don't deserve to be lied to, regardless of the situation.
Exactly, my good buddy Leopold. People don't deserve to be lied to because of what certain members of their family have either done, or have done to them. Both sides are equally as tragic as the other. Both the innocent family members of the accused and the victims.
Is there anything
Family members don't need to be shamed or attacked, all because of what the family member has done or had dealt with in the past. The innocent family members also most likely have nothing to do with the sins of the accused family members, as I said. Both sides have equally tragic circumstances here. Also, Leopold, what are those spells you learned? And how did you learn them in the first place?
Somehow, I just realized, after those disturbing nightmares the both of us had earlier today, I wanted to learn these spells in order to not only calm, rally, and defend us and others, but to also help us defend ourselves from Reika Kitami and her goons. As Vinesauce Joel said to me in our call that we both had.
I heavily agree on what you are saying, Leopold, my good friend. I know what you are trying to say because I know what you are going through. Because similar to you, Leopold, I was also in a similar place as you, since Reika also used myself and Imari, and many others due to her disgusting influence. But thank God our good friend Toru Yuge found out about what was going on, and he promptly took action and became the new principal to stop the corruption behind the Bible Black Academy. And what he ended up doing is highly understandable.
I heavily agree, my good friend Taki Minase. I fully understand what you are saying as well, since both of us have been used by very different people. My case being the German news media, and how they thought I was a psychopath, all because of my angry German kid video, when in reality it was all an act and it was not to be taken seriously. Also, Taki Minase, should we at least kill Alva? Because I think she might be the cause of all of this?
I believe we might have too, Leopold Slikk, my good friend.
Get away from me.
Alva, how about both myself and Taki Minase shove a dagger up your ass to let you know not how to treat and use people for their own gain?
I heavily agree, Leopold. We should kill Alva now and hide her body for what she fucking did to poor Hrogar. And not only that, Alva, myself and Leopold don't take too kindly to people using and abusing others for their own gain and satisfaction.
And Alva, if you indeed caused all of this in the first place, you are one sinister, sadistic, manipulative, and toxic bitch who is an attention-seeking whore who wants to basically use others for their own gain. And if Hrogar knew what you ended up doing to him, Leolette, Helgi, and Helgi's mother, he would be very angry at what you did to basically manipulate him.
Kill the beast! Kill the beast! Kill the beast! Done and done.
And there's one more filth that is not roaming the streets anymore. Ah shit, the guards spotted us. We have to pay the fine, Taki Minase. Why did you hurt my friend Taki Minase? You will get what is coming to you when you mess with my friends. I want to pay the fine. Because going to jail is not good. And myself and Taki Minase don't want to end up in jail again after what we both experienced in the Bible Black Academy. Especially how Reika and her goons tried to frame myself, Taki Minase, and his girlfriend Imari.
I heavily agree with you, Leopold. Since both of us went through that disturbing shit in the past, we don't want that to happen again. We have to live and learn from our mistakes and grow as human beings.
Hrogar, you need to calm down, man. Me and Taki Minase want to help you by calming you down with this calm spell that I learned.
And while you calm down Hrogar, myself and my good friend Leopold are going to find out some evidence if Alva indeed did this in the first place.
Exactly, Taki Minase.
Also, Leopold, it seems like Alva has a journal here. This might be evidence that she has done something very wrong.
By the way, Taki Minase, I have to level up my skills in order to become the master warrior here.
You've done well.
And hopefully someday, I will teach you some of my skills for us to both learn each other's moves in battle.
Also, Leopold, prepare to calm down Hrogar again with your magic, just in case if he gets angry again. Because he might have been controlled by Alva.
Don't worry, Taki, I got it.
Okay, suit yourself, buddy.
Also, it looks like Hrogar has calmed down a bit, Taki Minase.
Also, Leopold, it looks like you leveled up again. How awesome is that?
I know, right, Taki Minase, my good friend? Also, I think I learned a good trick to level up my skills faster using magic, Taki Minase.
That's awesome, Leopold. I am very happy to see that you learned to beat the system by cracking the code already. Yeah, it truly is a wild experience, Leopold. Especially for the both of us, since we are learning something new every day.
I heavily agree, Taki Minase. Also, Taki Minase, I just realized I heard the Windows 95 startup sound as the level up sound effect. Is it possible that certain memories are being remembered by the both of us due to our past lives as humans in the real world before we got transported into the world of Tamriel somehow?
Due to the eerie coincidences and everything, it seems like the case of us remembering certain things from our past are flooding in like the things we have either suppressed or have forgotten over time. But as things change and we both move on, we think about the people that we have loved, cherished, and inspired over the years. Time does really fly by, Leopold, and we have to cherish the things we love before it's too late. Life is truly short, and we have to embrace it.
I fully agree, my good friend Taki Minase. What you said is very true. Life is short and we have to embrace it. Anyway, Taki Minase, we have to tell the Jarl about what we ended up finding out about Alva.
Exactly, buddy.
Miss Jarl Ravencrow, the both of us found out about what Alva did.
Morthal owes you a debt. Here, you were promised a reward for solving the crime, but I need one more favor from you. Morthal is still in danger. The journal mentions Movarth, A master vampire I thought was destroyed a century ago.
Wait, really, Miss Jarl Ravencrone?
The master vampire isn't dead all along?
Regardless, the both of us will help the town out and eliminate the master vampire and his goons once and for all. Wait, Miss Jarl Ravencrone, do you think the both of us should kill the vampire instead of the townspeople? It's not safe for them, and the both of us care deeply about people's safety. The both of us care for people when they are in need.
I agree, Taki. They need to be safe. Wait, a courier wants to speak to me, Taki.
Ah, okay, I see Leopold.
Yeah, exactly, Taki.
Let's see here. A letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
So as it turns out, I got a letter from this Jarl that wants to speak to the both of us personally, Taki Minase.
I see.
By the way, Taki, we should let the townspeople know that it's not safe for them to come with us. They aren't ready for the horrors that lie within.
Exactly, Leopold. It truly is a dangerous world out there, which people don't need to see what has been seen in the world in the past. But we have to stay positive, and that's all that counts.
Exactly, Taki Minase. By the way, Taki Minase, do you think we should show these vampires not to mess with us to officially solve this mystery once and for all?
Yeah, we most definitely should, Leopold.
Exactly, Taki Minase!
We must kill the vampires.
Listen, guys. Myself and Taki Minase doesn't want everyone to get hurt in Movarth's lair. Both of us want you guys to be safe and return home so we can solve everything that has been going on. Especially with the situation that involved Alva manipulating Hrogar.
Thaner, listen, buddy. The both of us don't want you and everyone else to end up being killed, which the both of us would feel horrible for you and the others that would have joined us in our hunt. We wouldn't want something bad to happen to you guys.
By the way, Taki Minase, I wonder what type of vampires and other creatures we have to fight and kill. Aga! Wait! Someone else has been here before Taki Minase? Did someone else clear out the cavern before we did?
I'm honestly not sure, Leopold, but it sounds like a really weird occurrence that happened. I honestly wonder who attempted to clear the dungeon before we did.
Also, Taki Minase, I noticed that these vampire thralls looked like they got poisoned by someone, which I see a hint of cigarette ash that is on their bodies for some strange reason.
Wait, I know who you might be referring to, Leopold. Do you remember someone by the name of Dr. Cockhead, by any chance?
I remember Taki Minase, but anyway, we have to kill Movarth.
Movarth! I hope you burn in the soul cairn like the others who are burning in there, who have done very horrible things to people. You deserve no mercy for the shit you have done. Which myself and my best friend Leopold have no sympathy for you. Which, from what I have heard about you, you have seemed to have become the very thing you despise.
Yeah, Taki Minase, I read about it in a book once.
Leopold, is that a Shrek reference?
Yup, it is Taki. Regardless about the Shrek films, even if people think the third one is bad. I love all of the Shrek films, even the third one, because you cannot listen to other people's opinions and automatically take them as gospel, like your average radical church people that force their beliefs down your throats, just like those cartoon reviewers that tend to take shit way out of proportion. But luckily, I heard they have calmed down in the years and finally realized their mistakes in the past. And they thought about what they said, which they highly regret saying, because of the unfortunate influence they had on certain people, without those certain people realizing that these certain creators were very young at the time. And over time they think about what they have said in the past, and they have since disowned what they have said in the past.
I heavily agree, Leopold. Also, it seems like someone wants to talk to you. Wait, is that Helgi?
I think it is Taki Minase! I'm going to talk to Helgi Taki Minase.
Mother's calling me. It's time for me to sleep now. I'm so tired. Thank you for making her feel better.
You're welcome, Helgi. Both of us are very happy to give closure to your mom. Tell her that both me and Taki Minase said hi.
Also, I hope you and your mom feel better, Helgi. Both of us wish you well in the afterlife.
Damn Stormcloak rebels.
Well, look at you. If only everyone acted like
So,
you.
Miss Jarl Ravencrone, both of us solved the mystery.
Great. I didn't think you could do it. Now maybe we can put all this behind us. Take this as a token of our gratitude.
Wait, Taki Minase, where did Miss Jarl Ravencrone transport us? Wait, Taki Minase, I believe this is the way where Not Important told us to go to find Wrath. Did Miss Jarl Ravencrone send us here on behalf by him?
I think you may be right, Leopold Slikk, my good friend. Wait, I think I see someone in the bushes. It's an enemy, which I think the fucking cunt Rika may have sent them here after us speaking of how we were discussing about this possibly yesterday, I believe.
Yeah, I agree, Taki Minase. Also, it's quite unusual for you to swear and act out like this. Something must be bothering you. Is it because Reika might be behind this? If she is the one behind all of this, I and everyone else, including Not Important and Toru Yuga, have your back, and we won't let you get consumed by malice in the end. As your best friend, we need to both help each other regardless of the situation.
I fully understand about how you feel, Leopold. I honestly do, because I'm not letting this type of stuff consuming me for the worst of problems, which we need to stay positive in the end.
Exactly, Taki. As best friends, we shouldn't let stuff like this consume us for the worst. Not only this whole thing might affect our mental health, but it also might affect our relationships towards people and how we feel. Which we are not losing hope in humanity, which both of us will never do such things. Also, Taki Minase, I hear a mud crab that is nearby.
No, you don't.
Kill all sons of bitches. That's my official instructions.
By the way, Leopold, isn't that a quote from the one Left 4 Dead 2 survivor named Ellis?
Yep, it is Taki Minase. I also really enjoy those games as well.
I remember us playing it together during our time in the Bible Black Academy, after we downloaded it off a pirating site, when we played it in the computer lab, which we had to delete it off the school's computer, after Mr. Doofenshmirtz told us it was wrong to download pirated media on school campus, which he said that we should have done it at home, but understood fully as to why we wanted to do it since we were bored. But it didn't excuse what we did, as we were sent to detention for about 1 hour at least. But luckily, Mr. Doofenshmirtz forgave us.
Yep, Taki Minase. I'm very glad that Mr. Doofenshmirtz ended up forgiving us in the end. And that's all that matters.
Also, I see a Thalmor soldier that's attempting to attack us. It seems like they also want to know where Wrath is as well. Luckily, the both of us won't give out that information to them.
Also, great job on the kill, Taki Minase.
You are welcome, my good friend Leopold Slikk. By the way, this person is who we might have heard about from Vinesauce Joel. The people with the black robes that Joel might have thought Reika might have sent them, and the other enemies we encountered. Luckily, most of that was solved by Dr. Cockhead during his trip to Movarth's lair, due to his infamous weapon and choice of killing enemies, that being him, putting his cigarette butts in his enemies' coffee cups to poison them. And not only that, 2 of his infamous catchphrases when he poisons his enemies being, "What's up, Cockhead?" and then he makes kissing noises. And the other one being when he kills 2 enemies. The 2 of you are a bunch of cockheads!
Yeah, I remember that, Taki Minase. Dr. Cockhead has an impressive way of killing enemies. Not only that, but when myself, you, and Nick were transported to Dr. Cockhead's forest, I think the 3 of us had a cup or 2 before we left Dr. Cockhead's forest.
That's wild, Leopold. Also, speaking of Dr. Cockhead aka, Nick's dad Danny in general, did you hear that parrot he used to have? The African Grey, or Grey African, or whatever you call those birds. Apparently the parrot. Remember his name is Zeus? I heard that all of a sudden, Zeus somehow became a witch doctor. Not only that, the bird also became an African warlord due to his witch doctor status.
That's crazy, Taki Minase. I knew African Greys were smart birds, but not that smart. That's amazing. Also, I just no-scoped the enemy just now. Well, I tried to anyway.
Ah, now you got it, Leopold.
By the way, Taki Minase, is that Wrath?
I think it is Leopold. I'm so happy the both of us found him.
I'm very happy we found him too, Taki Minase. Hello, Wrath. Both myself and Taki Minase heard about the weird situation you are having from what we heard from your friend Not Important. And also, a couple of mutuals of ours named Hell Knight Ingrid and Vinesauce Joel.
Yeah, I heard a lot about the both of you from Not Important and Postal Dude, but I know what you are both talking about. 1 minute I was at a shooting range with Urkelbot 666, the woman with the purple hair and the Judas Priest shirt named Erin, and Jen, which I was personally assigned to be her legal and personal caregiver by the Dragon Warrior Poe, which Poe stated to me that he feels horrible for what Jen went through, not only at the hands of Chameleon herself, but also at the fan base of Kung Fu Panda and DreamWorks in general. Similar to how Dante and Kat was treated by the Devil May Cry fan base, and how Korra was treated by the Avatar The Last Airbender fan base. Regardless, 2 wrongs don't make a right, and the people who harassed them need to get over it and stop hating on them. Since it's literally been years since DMC, Devil May Cry first released, and also The Legend of Korra was out for years as well, which even if Kung Fu Panda 4 released a while back, it doesn't excuse the behavior of the fan base because of how the movie turned out. Not only that, but it also doesn't excuse the Avatar The Last Airbender fan base and the Devil May Cry fan base for acting horrible towards people who like the reboots or sequels to certain movies, even if Ninja Theory acted poorly towards the Devil May Cry fans. From what I have seen, they have matured since then, and they have since apologized. Speaking of what happened with Ninja Theory because of how they have acted in the past, which the past should be behind us, and people shouldn't let the past take over them and causing them to stay in the past. That reminds me of how both Dante, Seth, and Hell Knight Ingrid was telling me about how Seth encountered someone on a Discord server a while back, which, by the way, the guy that Seth encountered owns a server where he posts his XNA Lara models that he ported from a while back. This guy literally said that the death threats towards Ninja Theory were justified, and when he said that, almost everyone, including Seth on the server, tried to calm the guy down to tell him what he was saying was wrong, despite him being the server owner and clearly seems to be an adult. But he most likely seems to have the mind of a teenager who gets mad over certain things that they never keep in the past, and still have grudges against certain people, due to how the guy acted towards Seth and most likely other people who like the Devil May Cry reboot. Not only that, but Seth and another server member found out on the same server that they were in, where this bigot posts his models on the server. Both Seth and another server member found out something pretty fucked up that had to do with certain members on the Discord server in question. Both Seth and the other member saw certain members of the server posting some suspicious shit. Dante, Seth, and Hell Knight Ingrid informed me that Seth and the other member saw someone posting something relating to that disgusting lolicon shit. And when Seth and the other server member promptly and rightfully so called these people out for what they were doing, which is completely understandable. Which any sane person knows that type of disgusting shit is wrong on all levels. Seth and the other member understandably expressed disgust towards that person for what they posted. Not only that, when Seth and the other person promptly called these people out for what they were doing on the server, these unhinged bigots made the whole drawing excuse which these people that both Seth and the other member encountered. Seth promptly took action and reported those comments these bigots made towards him and the other server member, which Seth and the other server member promptly called them out for what they were doing, which apparently both Ingrid and Dante have researched on similar topics like these. Which this is one of the main reasons why certain Discord servers have shut down in the past, due to these unhinged comments and behaviors people have either said or took part in.
Jesus Christ! What you just told me now, Wrath, is probably one of the most unhinged and disturbing things both Taki, Minase, and myself have ever heard. Alongside not important, telling the both of us about his backstory on why he joined the anti-lolicon bunch. Those people that both Seth and the other Discord member encountered are extremely disgusting individuals, which Seth had every right to report them for what they were doing to Discord support.
Similar to how Seth and the other server member felt about the situation that unfolded, I honestly don't blame them for reacting that way. Because if I saw a close friend or family member of mine witnessing that type of unhinged behavior online or not, I would tell those people what they are doing to my family and friends is wrong and vile on all levels. Not only that, but I would tell Dr. Cockhead and my friend Barack Obama to tell those people to not mess with our friends and family when it comes to harassment, which I can see Dr. Cockhead putting cigarette butts in those people's coffee cups as karma for their disgusting actions. And myself and Barack Obama would wipe our tears with our respective flags as we are saddened and disappointed by what we saw people do.
Yeah, I really don't blame you, Taki, Minase, and Leopold, Slikk. It was truly a disturbing thing to honestly hear about. Which I hope those people get what is coming to them for what they were talking about. Fictional or not, it's still something that resembles a child. And for people that use the drawing excuse like that obviously need a wake-up call because there have been reports about how people were being groomed by both lolicon and Shotokan content, which is highly disturbing to hear about.
Yeah, it truly is disturbing, Wrath. I honestly don't blame you for being disturbed by the whole thing. Regardless, we should instead focus on positive things instead, Wrath. How about we find out where Dr. Cockhead is at, so we can tell him about the whole situation regarding Taki, Minase and myself having these vivid and lucid nightmares about Reika Kitami due to our history with her in the past. Do you know where we can find a forest where he is located in? Is it in a distant world or something?
I wonder that too, Leopold Slikk, my good friend. Is there a way that we can possibly contact Dr. Cockhead somehow? I wonder that too, Leopold Slikk, my good friend. Is there a way that we can possibly contact Dr. Cockhead somehow?
All right. The both of you follow me to find Dr. Cockhead to let him know about what you two went through today. He would like to see what the both of you have to say about, well, the Reika incident.
Relax. I be a doctor. A bunch of cockheads.